The planet you absolutely must not reincarnate to. Earth Online launch version, Earth 4.6 billion years ago. When Earth Online just launched, it was not a beginner village at all. It was more like a test version that never intended to let players survive. At that time, there was no blue sky, no oceans, no oxygen, and no life. There was only endless magma, toxic gases filling the air, constant meteor impacts, and endless darkness. To truly experience all of this, we have to rewind time back to 4.6 billion years ago and feel the love of the designers in that death season. When Earth was just born, the entire solar system was still fighting. 4.6 billion years ago, the sun had just formed not long before. Around it remained a massive disk of gas and dust. This disk was filled with debris, from tiny dust grains to huge rocks, to protoplanets that had not yet fully formed, all colliding everywhere. The early solar system was not orderly like today. The orbits were unstable and countless bodies pulled, collided, and merged with each other, one rock hitting another, small bodies merging into larger ones, larger bodies swallowing even smaller fragments. Earth grew little by little in such a chaotic cosmic construction site. This also meant that from the moment of its birth, Earth was almost constantly being heated, not by sunlight, not by volcanic heat, but by continuous planet-scale high temperatures driven jointly by impacts and internal gravitational energy release. In the first stage of launch, the entire Earth was magma. If you could stand beside the newly formed Earth and look at it, you would only see a nearly fully molten world. The surface was not a rocky plain, but a glowing, flowing ocean of lava. The entire planet looked like a red-hot iron ball in an extreme high-temperature state. The sky at that time would likely appear as a murky, oppressive mix of dark red and deep gray, because the air was filled with high-temperature gases, volcanic ejecta, steam, and dust. The distant horizon would not be calm, but constantly distorted by rolling lava, eruptions, and heat waves. In a sense, the Earth's surface at that time was more like what we imagine hell to be today. However, the most terrifying thing was not the heat, but the lack of stability, because although extreme heat is terrifying if it were only constant high temperature, at least you could say the world had a stable extreme environment. But the more deadly aspect of early Earth was that even its extremes were extremely unstable. Just when it cooled a little, it would be reheated by new impacts. Just when the surface formed a slightly harder crust, it would be torn apart by internal magma activity. Just when the atmosphere began to have some structure, it would be disrupted again by massive collisions. In other words, Earth did not go through a very hot period and then gradually stabilize. For a very long time, it remained in a state of repeated resets. This reset was extremely important because what evolution fears most is not harsh environments, but environments that do not allow accumulation at all. However, a truly catastrophic server-level disaster ended all of this. A celestial body close to the size of Mars collided directly with Earth. This impact not only reheated Earth to near complete molten state, but also ejected a large amount of material,